Today we are going to be solving linear equations by graphing. Most of this it will be algebraically, but we'll be throwing in a little bit of graphing as well. So today we are focusing on solving equations. There's always going to be one and only one answer for linear equations. This answer is also called a root. When we're talking about solving the linear equations, we could do it algebraically. So most of the time we are going to be given the variable x. So when we are given the variable x, so if we are given an equation with just an x, solve for x. Solve for x. If we graph it, this is also going to be where the x-intercept is. So this is important, you need to write this down. There also may be times when there is no solution. So if the variables cancel, then there will be no solution. If the variables cancel, then there will be no solution. This also means if we graph it, the line will not have an x-intercept. So by that, I mean like if we have a graph, the line will just go straight across. It will be parallel to the x-axis. So now we have two problems here. I'm going to do the first one, you're going to do the second one. So I want to solve for x. So if I want to solve for x, I need to move this -2 over to the left. So to move -2 over to the left, I have to, instead of subtract 2, I have to do the opposite, which is add 2. Those cancel. If you rewrite it, you have 2 is equal to 1/3 x. Now we know if we have a fraction times x, we have to multiply by the reciprocal of the number. So we have 1/3 x. The reciprocal is 3/1. So if we multiply by 3/1 on the right side, I have to multiply by 3/1 on the left side. So those cancel. So 3/1 can basically be rewritten as 3 times 2 is equal to x. And then 3 times 2 is equal to 6. So 6 is equal to x. And this is our final answer. Now what I want you to do is to try the second one by yourself. Pause the video. Unpause the video when you're ready to see what I have done. Alright, so if we have 3x plus 1 is equal to -2, we are solving for x. I need to move this plus 1 over to the right. So to do that, we have to do the opposite of plus 1, which is -1. So subtract 1 from both sides, so those cancel. So all we have left is 3x on the left side, and -2 minus 1 is equal to -3. Now, to solve for x, that is 3 times x. The opposite of multiplication is division, so we have to divide by 3 on the left side and divide by 3 on the right side. So x is equal to -3 divided by 3, which is -1. And this is our final answer. So I have one more that I want you to try, so pause the video again, try this one, solve for x, unpause the video when you're ready to see what I've done. Alright, so if we have 4x minus 2 is equal to 0, we want to move this -2 over to the right. So to do that, we have to take the opposite of -2, which is +2, add 2 to both sides. So all we have left on the left side is 4x, and the right side is 2. Now we have 4 times x is equal to 2. The opposite of multiplication is division. So divide by 4, divide by 4. So x is equal to 2/4. If we simplify this, remember you must simplify, x is equal to 1/2. Now this final answer, this means that on a graph, if we graph this line, the x-intercept is going to be at 1/2. So these next couple examples are going to be where the variables are going to cancel. So I'm going to do the first one, you'll do the second one. So the first one, if we have 3x plus 7 is equal to 3x plus 1. So first, let's try to move the variables all over to the left side. Let's try to combine the variables first. When we try to combine the variables, think of this as a positive 3x. So the opposite of a plus 3x is a minus 3x. So subtract 3x from the right side, you must subtract 3x from the left side. So 3x minus 3x is equal to 0. So those basically are canceling out, and all that we have left is 7 is equal to 1. So you have to think to yourself, is 7 equal to 1? No, 7 is not equal to 1. So the final answer is no solution. Since the variables canceled out up here, you just automatically think that it's going to be no solution. Alright, so what I want you to do, pause the video, try the example on the right, unpause the video when you're ready to see what I've done. Alright, so we have 2x minus 4 is equal to 2x minus 6. So we need to combine the variables. Let's try to move this 2x over to the left. So if we have, think of this as a positive 2x. So the opposite of 2x is minus 2x. So subtract 2x from both sides. So these cancel out. And 2x minus 2x is equal to 0. Those basically cancel out. So all that we have is a negative 4 is equal to a negative 6. Remember, you have to carry these signs as well. So think to ourselves, is negative 4 equal to negative 6? No, they are not. Thus, the answer is no solution. So if you look up at the problem, when we were trying to combine the like terms and combine the variables, this 2x, the 2x's have canceled out, thus the answer is no solution. Alright, so what I want you to do is try one more, pause the video, unpause it when you're ready to see what I've done. Alright, if we have 12x plus 132 is equal to 12x plus 125, looks like some big numbers here. So first thing is first, remember we have to combine the variables. So if we're going to move this 12x over to the left, think of this as a positive 12x. So the opposite of a positive 12x is minus 12x. So those cancel. Minus a 12x. So 12x minus 12x is basically equal to 0. So all that we have left is 132 is equal to 125. Think to yourself, is 132 equal to 125? No, it is not. Thus, the answer is no solution. Yet again, if you look up at where the variables are, if they are canceling out, that means that the answer is going to be no solution.